The world-famous Tyne Bridge was transported to London as the centrepiece of a medal-winning garden created by Gateshead Council at the biggest and best flower show in the world to celebrate 30 years of the Bupa Great North Run and 20 years of the Great North Forest.
Wonderful, fantastic bridge, and all those plant people rushing, trying to do the marathon.
And 55,000 pansies, eh? Now that is something else.
Looks absolutely wonderful. And it's a scale model of the bridge.
It gives you a bit of a shock to see half of the Tyne Bridge, doesn't it? In the middle of the Chelsea Flower Show.
I mean, I'm such a big fan of the Great North Run. I think it's one of, well, probably the best sporting occasion, on the calendar. And I was so thrilled that Chelsea was going to actually celebrate, the Great North Run and Gateshead. And I think they pulled off an absolute terrific display. It's a showstopper. Everyone's walking past going, wow, I mean, who could not be impressed by that? It is such a recognisable structure, isn't it? I mean, we start our programme with a shot of all the runners crossing the Tyne Bridge because, you just look at that, you know where you are and you know what's coming up.
The garden falls into 4 parts. It's an active and healthy garden, and so what we're trying to do is raise awareness within Gateshead. So in one section you've got an outdoor gym, we've also got a healthy eating, so we've got a vegetable patch, and we've got the bridge with the runners on it, so that tells you it's all part of the same scheme. It's 20 years anniversary of the Great North Forest, and that's what the third part of it is. What we're trying to do is use the flowers that would grow normally in the forest and the trees, also the weeds or what have you that would grow there, so we need it to look authentic.
I mean, we're normally designing large buildings, large projects, and for me there's a great counterpoint at the moment. We're doing a £100 million project, and then we're designing the small project. They'll be my 2 main projects in the office. It's been a big challenge. I mean, I was given a very simple brief to extol the virtues of active and healthy living in Gateshead, and you kind of look for some reference points to build upon that. And what I've tried to do is to split the design into an urban side and a rural side. And so straddling the whole thing is a faithful replica of the Tyne Bridge, a 1 to 10 scale model, which kind of links the two.
We want everyone in Gateshead to be healthy and active. And I think through getting everyone to encourage them to take up some sort of sport, whether it be walking, different types of sport, but Gateshead this year has got European City of Sport, and also with linking in with Brendan with the Great North Run. It's a fantastic event for this year. I was very impressed when I came through the door, and it was as if I was at the Great North Run seeing all these people coming over the bridge. It was absolutely fantastic. It just reminds me of all the people coming down that road. It's tremendous.
Well, I mean, to be perfectly honest, you just look at that. It is absolutely fantastic. You don't have to describe it, you just have to look at it, and it looks wonderful. It's absolutely first class. And the original idea of celebrating the 30th Great North Run in flowers at Chelsea Flower Show, I've got to say Alan Smith and his team and the Gateshead Council team just done an immense job here. It's fantastic. Congratulations to them, really.
I think it's knockout. I did ask if I could have the pillars, and I can't because I believe they're being used later on, aren't they?
What you need to do is just sort of show that you care about your local area. And it's amazing how attractive it is for everybody. I mean, this is the Great North Run for me.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. I think it's one of the most brilliant displays I've seen all day because it's exactly what the Great North Run looks like as they head over the Tyne Bridge. So I think it's really clever, very smart, very clever. But I will not be nearly as excited as Ant and Dec when they see it. They probably want to buy it.
Well, somebody said to me, this is a Great North Run, and all these pansies going over this bridge, I said, oh, they're all faces of all the... Yeah, they're quite surprised. I just thought it was, when I say obvious, I mean, it was just the most perfect way of depicting that run, because that's what you see when you look across that bridge, is all those little faces. So I thought it was quite inspired.